The Charlie Kirk assassination investigation is taking a very dark turn because we have just found out from Kash Patel himself being grilled by Congress that there's a lot more than 20 suspects that already knew that this assassination was going to take place. Also, we have reports from Bongino himself saying that there's strange security flaws at the event. So let's first of all watch this clip, which you will find enlightening.
It's done in this investigation. Is the FBI investigating the Kirk assassination as part of this broader pattern of anti-religious, anti-Christian violence?
We are investigating Charlie's assassination fully and completely and running out every lead related to any allegation of broader violence, and we're producing results on that we'll disclose when appropriate.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me just ask you a few questions about that, if I could.
Sure.
Reports have suggested that the FBI is investigating a broader network of groups that may have had some knowledge of the shooter's plans. Can you give us any details on that, following up what you already said in public? How's the FBI working to find other...
I noticed that Patel was a bit uncomfortable with that question. Notice, pay attention to his body language. I'm going to repeat that question. Notice how he sighs and, does like an eye roll.
Can you give us any details on that, following up what you already said in public? How's the FBI working to find other potential accomplices, folks who may have known about the shooter's plans?
This is important because, this will expose all the complete... let's say this whole tree or all the roots of all these people in the deep web inside the Discord channels, inside Reddit, that were on this, and they're trying to, I don't know, they thought they were untouchable up to this point.
Folks who may have encouraged him. Any update on any of that?
So in terms of what we do for an interrogation perspective, we go and reach out to the family and community immediately. And we've conducted those investigations and interrogations with local law enforcement, and we're continuing to do that because those closest to the suspect are going to hopefully know the most about the suspect and his beliefs and his ideology. On top of that, unfortunately, it has been leaked that there was a Discord chat, and for those unfamiliar with it, it's a gaming chat room online.
I don't know why he says that unfortunately it has been leaked that there was a Discord chat. I don't know what is the problem because actually you could subpoena Discord for all the records that they have to keep for, 7 years of all the chats, regardless if the users deleted the chats, regardless if the employees deleted the chats. There has to be an actual record of that. At the same time, I can imagine that the people that own Discord must be worried about, the reputation hit that they're gonna take. But everybody knows all the stuff that is going in there. So at this point, I think that the best move that they could do is to just come clean, hand everything that they have to the FBI, and hand the keys to them. But the problem is that these platforms are so attractive, quote unquote, because people feel safe sharing things in there. If Discord just cooperates with the FBI, you can imagine that so many people will just flock to other sites because they don't want to. I don't want my chats be leaked to the FBI if the FBI just requests it. Although I think it should be something mandatory, right? And the other problem is, if Discord has end-to-end encryption, and even if Discord themselves cannot read the data of the messages, that would be a problem. I don't know what is the status with this. Maybe that's why Patel is saying that it's unfortunate that it was leaked.
That the suspect participated in. So what we're doing, we've already done, is sort of legal process, not just on Discord, so that the information we gathered is sustained and held in a evidentiary posture that we could use in prosecution should it be decided to do so.
That's important. You have to go through all the legal venues, because if you fail to do one step, then evidence could be void for prosecution, and that would be just catastrophic for everything. We already know that the Department of Justice has had let's say a rough start is an understatement. But I'm gonna make a video about Pam Bondi later today, by the way. And yes, they needed to make this like by the book, so they can provide the Department of Justice with all that they need for a proper prosecution.
And we're also going to be investigating anyone and everyone involved in that Discord chat.
Okay, very good. I see the public reports that the Discord thread had as many as 20 additional users. It sounds like you're trying to run down all of that to see if that's accurate, who else may have been on that thread.
And you notice that when he was asking the question about if there were more than 20, Cash Patel was pressing his lips right there. Oh, there was some frustration. Oh my God, why are we talking about this? There's so many people that are going to be like, alarmed and beginning to delete stuff and get rid of stuff.
Who else may have been on that thread, what they may have known. Is that fair to say?
It's a lot more than that, and we're running them all down.
It's a lot more than 20. What is a lot more than 20? It's like 100. We could say that it's 100, a lot more than 20.
It's a lot more than 20?
Yes, sir.
And you're running all of that to ground?
Every single one.
Yeah, fantastic. Let me just turn to the broader question here of anti-religious, anti-Christian violence. Let me just give you a few stats that I'm...
So we also have some remarks of Dan Bongino on the Megyn Kelly show that are really concerning, because he was, let's say, expressing his frustration at how Charlie Kirk's security is usually top-notch, and how could they just overlook the rooftops and, well, every single other blind spot. Let's watch this one.
Do we have any idea, do we have any idea why the roof wasn't covered by security?
I don't, Megan, and as someone in the security space, it's fairly easy for me to Monday morning quarterback anyone. I have done events with Charlie, quite a few, as a matter of fact, and I've always found his security team to be very professional. I, did a Turning Point event where I joked one time that they had better magnetometers than I saw in the Secret Service.
Magnetometers are these devices that they use to check if somebody is carrying metal or guns or something. But regarding guns, I have a couple clips that I want to show you after this.
Why in this case was the roof uncovered? I can't say. I think in the future, at political events, regardless of who's speaking, I think there's going to be a significant change in security posture.
I found this really strange. Dan Bongino knows his stuff. We know what happened in Butler last year. Everybody knows what kind of violence are these deranged people capable of. And you have this event, Turning Point, Charlie Kirk debating at a university. There's rooftops everywhere, and you're not going to check the rooftops just in case for security after what happened in Butler, after the literal violence that has been exerted against these conservative figures. That's odd. That's odd. You see firsthand recollections of Dan Bongino endorsing Charlie Kirk's security, and for some reason they had this flaw, this fatal flaw at this event. I don't think that there's a way of justifying this. So many of you have sent me amazing clips, and I thank you. Remember that you can send me everything that you have from on my X or Twitter, on Instagram, and on my email right below this video. Thank you for all your emails. I'm gonna read every single one of them, and this is one of the clips that you sent me. And when the shot had been heard that people are running, and who sent me told me to keep an eye on this guy here running with a gun on his hand. Look closely at the right hand of the brown t-shirt, and yeah, the guy was very easy to spot carrying a gun in his hand. It's unmistakable. There's no way that you can miss it. Gun. But again, the laws in Utah regarding both concealed and open carry or carrying guns are very the most open, one of the most open in the United States. And the University of Utah is aligned with whatever the state of Utah is permits. So if you have a permit for it, I think it's a fair game. But at the same time, is this safe? You can just organize this kind of events and not check everyone, or that how that works? How does that work? I don't know. But then so many ways that this tragedy could have happened. If that's so, if you can, maybe this guy is not. I'm not saying that this guy was the shooter. I'm saying that maybe this guy was packing heat and he just draw his weapon out just because just to be safe, right? From a sniper, it's gonna be a bit difficult, but no, it's a bit more complicated than that. So again, who knows how many people in the audience had nothing to do with the shooter, but they were armed, strapped. And there's also this video shared by DC Drano that there's a guy with a single hand with a leather glove. All right, his left hand doesn't have a glove. His right hand has a glove. He's got like a suit and tie. Nothing against people with suits and ties. That would be hypocritical from me. And at the same time, he is carrying something that looks like a strap. I'm saying that that's a strap from a rifle. They were explaining that this is a strap commonly used in rifles. I don't know. I must take a closer look to this video. I'm gonna play this, so maybe you want to just take a closer look at this. But again, too many questions and more than 20, way more than 20, maybe 100 people that already knew that this was going to happen. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bad Language Guy. Much love and bliss.